From the snowy countrysides of Belgium to the wealthy streets of London, we are here. The day has arrived, or should I say the evening has arrived, for the premiere of our newest full playthrough, Hercule Poirot, The London Case. I'm TJ. So I just did recently Hercule Poirot, the first cases, not even a day, or I'd say, yeah, less than 24 hours ago as of this recording. So the moment I'm playing this game right when it just launched. I pre-ordered this game and downloaded it, and then I had to wait until 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to actually start this game, and here I am right now. I'm very excited to roll on through. So, as you can tell, this is Hercule Poirot, and the guy on the right is Arthur Hastings, who's, if you guys follow the stories of Hercule Poirot by Agatha Christie, that's his best friend and confidant, and also sort of like the guy that writes his memoir, so to speak, from the other series books at hand. So the interface looks the same over here. I'm very excited to see that this game, I think, is a little bit more of an open world game compared to the first cases. And as you remember, the first case took place at the Van de Bosch household in Belgium. This time around it takes place in London, and so we're going to see what the story's all about. So we're going to, let me spoil myself a bit over here. So we got this, 1, 2, 3. Oh, so there's 9 chapters, okay. So there's the prologue and then the 9 chapters, so it's the same. Oh, okay, I'm somewhat spoiling myself here a bit on the achievements that are possible here. So I don't want to spoil anymore. So I had the only thing I wanted to check to see how many chapters this game has. So there's the prologue in 9 chapters, which is similar to that of the first game. And we're going to see how the pacing goes. I'm hoping it's as long, if not a little bit longer, than the previous game. So we're going to start off with the prologue.
Detective Hercule Poirot? Ah, Chief Commissioner. On the contrary, it is a most convenient time. The safe passage of a painting? Tell me everything.
I'm already liking this intro so far. All the keywords that are on the mind maps over here. It's a great start. Ambition, envy, lust, and greed. Oh, the usual sins.
If man was meant to travel the oceans in such conditions, he would surely have been given his own fins. A distraction is what one needs. Where is that blasted contact? How is one to prepare for an assignment if one does not have all of the required information? Very well. I shall wait no longer.
The one thing I'm noticing is that this game runs really smooth, but that's because I'm playing on the PS5 version. The London case was strictly PS4. There was no PS5 upgrade. Hit on
Pardon, monsieur. The open water. There really is nothing quite like her.
When one suffers from the mal de mer, the beauty, as you say, is rather more a burden.
Forgive me, I just can't imagine being scared of the ocean in this day and age. The potential to see the world is open to even the ordinary man like us.
I can assure you, monsieur, it is not a matter of being scared. And as for ordinary...
I didn't mean to offend, Mr.
I am...
Forgive me, madame.
No harm done. Accidents happen. My cigarette case, where is it?
I didn't see.
You thought I wouldn't notice? A young lady traveling alone. An easy target for you, I bet.
I'm sure the young lady would appreciate the help of two handsome strangers.
The ship. Yeah. Alright. The same walk. Oh, I can't zoom in. When I press L1, it makes that sound. Oh, I can move with the D-pad too. I'll just use the stick. Yeah, I need to get some water real quick. Sorry about that. First of all, the weather is hot again as usual, but not as bad as it was last week. The humidity last week played into a huge factor, mainly because of the tropical storm Hillary that took place last week. Yeah, that system caused a huge rift into the weather system outside of it.
Oh,
Man. Yeah, the way the humidity was. The way the humidity was is that when I went to Japan back in 2018, we went during the summer in like late July, early August. Worse. I mean, we enjoyed our time, but okay, but it was really nasty. The humidity, the way the humidity was at its highest over here in California, was what it felt like in the morning in Japan on a summer day. And I'm pretty sure you can imagine or can't imagine what it would be like midday for the humidity in Japan during the summer. It's like a fat sauna. It's really bad.
a young lady should not be left to gather her own things. A young lady should not be left.
I didn't drop it on purpose.
Oh dear, what a mess.
A young lady should not be...
Trying to talk with this young chap. Let me go back. Okay, maybe not. Okay, let me look around and see. What? Huh. So where am I supposed to look?
A young lady should not be...
Am I doing something wrong? Got that. Wait, is that it right there? No, this is more detailed than the first cases. You get to examine items and clues like the Sherlock Holmes games from Frogware. That's pretty cool. Let's see if I can discover this. Can I see that? Date engraving. Oh, that's a nice emblem. What's in it? Aha! Oh, this is new. Okay, now I know. That thing slid all the way past those 3 chairs.
I didn't drop it on...
Oh dear. What a mess.
Time to return it back to the suitcase. Oh, okay.
You are returning home?
I am. But how did you know that?
The emblem.
Besides your educated accent, the crest that adorns your cigarette case, it is of British origin.
Very observant. It's the crest of my family, and the case belonged to my mother. I take it everywhere with me. Miss Florence Farquhar, a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Farquhar. Okay.
The pleasure is ours.
That looks like everything. Except for my powder case.
Oh, where'd you drop that?
Is this what you're looking for?
It is! Thank you, Miss...
Miss Babanin. Anastasia Babanin.
Anastasia? What a beautiful name.
It was my grandmother's.
Just looked away when Anastasia looked at him.
Well, that's everything now. I can't thank you all enough for your help.
I'd be happy to escort you. Here, I'll take your bag.
Oh, yes. Okay, thank you. Cabin 4. I'll be right behind you. Anastasia, perhaps I can offer you a token of my gratitude in the bar later?
Yay, take some
That would be
shots.
lovely.
And you, Mr...
Detective Hercule Poirot, at your service.
A detective? I was not expecting to meet such a distinguished gentleman on
You know,
board.
I'm not gonna lie, that suit looks really clean. I like that suit. That definitely
I did
suits
not
him.
expect to meet someone of Russian descent on a ship between the great city of Antwerp and Dover.
I never mentioned where I was from either.
Look away again.
One did not have to. Anastasia, of Russian origin meaning resurrection.
And here was me, thinking I was special.
Your knowledge of my heritage is most impressive.
And I'll take that as my cue to leave. Good evening.
It seems it's just us remaining.
I would very much like to hear stories from your homeland. Perhaps you would join me in the restaurant.
As charming as that would be, I'm feeling rather tired. It must be all the sea air.
Then I shall leave you to your slumber. Adieu.
As for Hercule Poirot has a way with words. He's a freaking etymologist.
As much as I enjoyed the delights
That's
of
how
the
you get the
restaurant,
girls, actually.
I still found my mind drifting back to Mademoiselle Babagna. She really was quite charming.
Oh, he's in love.
I have spent the first part of this excursion neglecting my duties. It's time to retrieve my notebook from the safe and begin. The combination was not a difficult one to remember. 1815, the Battle of Waterloo.
Huh.
Oh, I gotta... Okay. Wait, what? Hold on.
Et voilà. Time to...
The hell is that?
One cannot ignore such a blood-curdling scream.
My mother's cigarette case. It's gone. How can somebody do this?
You lost it again? Come on.
Mademoiselle, I ask that you take a moment to calm.
You're a detective. Of course. What luck.
As luck would have it, one of Belgium's finest. Now, I require as many details of the crime as you can offer.
I came to my cabin and began unpacking. I couldn't get the safe working, but the gentleman that helped me with my luggage showed me how it works. Afterwards, I went for a brief walk, and when I returned, the safe was open, and my cigarette case was gone.
We must consider the suspect list. Those who were aware of the cigarette case's existence.
That can only be those who were up on the deck when my luggage spilled. Miss Babagnan, the porter, yourself.
Yeah, the other guy, too.
And your helpful stranger.
Yes, of course.
I ask that you gather them for me. And while you are absent, I shall begin my investigation in here, if Mademoiselle permits.
Whatever you need to do to find it.
Alright, I get to take control again. Oh, this is nice. It's much smoother. Oh, that's a new feature. You get to rotate the camera. That's what the L1 or R1 is. Okay, that's going to be very helpful. Okay. Can't move when the camera turns. Okay. Alright. Let me look around out here first. In the living room. Supper. What was she eating?
Ah. Oh.
Yeah, thanks to the porter. She can lift all this stuff by herself. Alright, now let's take a look at the room.
Aha.
That must be really tough. Is that the mirror above the water support or the water source?
Ah. Oh.
Is it dust?
Mademoiselle,
force.
I thought you would be returning with a gentleman also.
The gentleman wanted to speak to the porter alone first.
I was unaware he is also a detective.
He's not a policeman. He works in insurance, I believe.
It appears I shall be spending my time chasing amateur detectives around the ship.
Mademoiselle, I would like to start with who had access to the safe combination.
No one. It was in a sealed envelope that was waiting for me when I arrived. I memorized it and threw the paper overboard. 4385. It's really not that difficult to remember.
Did you not completely throw the paper overboard?
A similar envelope was waiting for me upon my arrival. The date of the Battle of Waterloo, as I recall. Every safe, although identical, must have a different combination.
You know, I like how the tone of voice changes when he's thinking in his thought or speaking in his thoughts.
After the gentleman helped me with the safe, he left.
If the mysterious gentleman is behind the theft, he went to great lengths to hide his fingerprints, but did little to hide his movements in Mademoiselle Farquhar's cabin. There are many questions that require answers, answers I believe he may hold. Things are beginning to become clearer.
Sounds familiar. I didn't even know she was there. A gala invitation. The Penitent Magdelene. Like Mary Magdalene?
Mademoiselle Farquhar, I shall have your cigarette case returned to you before we reach the English coast.
I hope so, Detective. You caught me, reading my own article.
I must say you raise a very interesting point. Art should have no social boundaries. Creativity is for all to enjoy.
Thank you for saying that. I wish everyone was as open-minded. Yes, I'm really quite excited about it.
You have been invited to a preview at the Royal Edward Gallery. A small world indeed.
Will you be in attendance? It's actually one of the reasons that I have been in Belgium. I was lucky enough to have a sneak peek at some of the pieces on show. I'll also be writing a follow-up article on the success of it. Fingers crossed.
Lucky indeed. I am sure it will be a great success. Merci, mademoiselle. That is all for now. Mademoiselle Babagnan, I'm sorry we must continue our conversation under these circumstances.
On the contrary, what fantastic luck that you are here. Now I get to see you at work. I'm afraid I've done very little, actually. After we parted ways, I went to my cabin. I had barely unpacked and I was fast asleep on the bed.
Alone?
That is a rather personal question, don't you think?
Raised his eyebrow. Is he getting jealous?
I'm sorry. I'm a little nervous. A poor attempt at a joke. Yes, I was alone.
There is no need to be nervous. And then?
And then I was woken up by Florence's scream. I have never heard something so terrifying.
You have been most helpful, mademoiselle. I shall not take up any more of your time.
Yeah, there it is. I gotta press square and get into this. Okay. I wonder if I could... Can I use this on the... There we go. Oh, shit. Great. Alright, we've searched here long enough. Alright, let's... We saw this, right?
Huh.
Yeah, alright, I saw this one. Alright, now let's go on to the deck. Wait, hold on. Go back. Can I go back? Go back, go back.
Huh.
Oh, this looks forced. I can get a print off of this.
Magnifique. A fingerprint.
You found one, detective? Oh, how exciting! I suppose you'll want to take mine. To rule me out, I mean. You could ask me anything. Am I to be used as your guinea pig?
I would not dare compare you to a guinea pig. Would you be so kind?
The answer is yes, of course. I have nothing to hide.
But yeah, the blank piece of paper, or the blank side of this invitation. Huh? Well, yeah, duh. Black print.
You could ask me anything.
You have been most helpful, mademoiselle. I shall not take up any more of your time.
Of course. Whatever you need.
Okay, I don't have the tools for that yet. Okay, let's see what we got so far. Gotta talk to the suspect, inspect the ship. Okay. Oh, I didn't see that.
Is there something I am not seeing? I must act on thought. This will not get me any closer to... Logical thinking shall always prevail.
Alright, now let's investigate the deck and the rest of the suspects at hand. Okay, I can't turn. Dining room. Makes me wonder how long this prologue will be. Probably as long as the first prologue, the prologue for the first game.
Aha.
I'm sorry, but it's just not acceptable, Mark.
I've apologized to the lady.
And that makes everything all right?
It was an accident.
An accident that could have been avoided if you hadn't spent your morning drinking.
Gentlemen, you are behaving like two young boys in the schoolyard. It ends now. Is Mademoiselle Farquhar aware you are acting as her knight in shining armor?
I wouldn't go as far as that. I think perhaps we have got off on the wrong foot. I'm Arthur Hastings.
She requested you to follow her to her cabin, no?
Oh, yes, she did, but I wanted to...
Speak with the porter privately? This was part of your investigation?
Well, I'm not a detective. I was just...
Then perhaps you will answer some questions that are vital to my investigation as a detective.
What can I do for you? It is. Is my employment relevant to Miss Farquhar's missing cigarette case?
I hope you will entertain me for a moment. What would you say the chances of proving a theft in a case such as this one are?
Well, a report from a detective like yourself will certainly help expedite her insurance claim.
As I thought.
Insurance claim.
It had perhaps not crossed her mind before, but being amongst an officer of the law and an insurance man, the idea of insurance fraud may have appeared appealing.
It almost sounds like the prologue from the first cases as well, too. With the paintings and all that the Van der Marsh family had.
When Florence, Miss Farquhar, told me that something had gone missing from her safe, I thought it must have been the porter.
How so?
I'd rather not say with him standing just there.
It is not I that controls the volume of your voice.
You must have noticed the smell of beer on his breath. I wouldn't put it past a man that drinks on the job to steal.
That is quite the accusation. And if you were correct, you wish to settle the matter with him privately?
I wanted to give him what for, but I suppose I lost my nerve. I'm what some would call a middleman. I oversee the handling of recently sold items and put the buyer in contact with an appropriate insurer.
The mention of insurance initially sparked my attention, but the more he talks of his work, I believe he may be my mysterious contact from Lloyd's of London.
It was your
Let's
work
deal with
that took you to
insurance.
Belgium? I can't go into too many details, but I'm actually delivering a rather special piece of art to London. I'm meant to be meeting an official of some sorts that's supposed to be helping me, but no sign of them yet.
And it is confirmed. It concerns me that my supposed trusted colleague has found himself involved in the middle of my investigation.
Looks like we found our partner.
I will continue to withhold my true identity and see how Monsieur Hastings' involvement concludes.
Merci,
Yeah,
monsieur.
Lloyd's of London's a really big insurance company. You guessed it, London.
Really
They've been
an
around for a
exciting
while. I didn't know they were
case.
around that
Anything
long.
I can do to help Miss Farquhar, please don't hesitate to ask.
Your enthusiasm has been noted.
All right, now we know who he is.
Oh.
All right, let's talk with reporter Mark.
Perhaps you and I can have a more civilized discussion.
I'll tell you the same as I told your friend. I will not be bullied.
Intimidation is not my forte. What is uncovering the identity of criminals and making sure they are punished to the fullest extent of the law.
And that's me?
That is what I am yet to conclude.
Who said anything about drinking alcohol?
It does not take a detective to identify the distinct odor on one's breath.
Maybe one to calm my nerves. My sea legs aren't here yet, that's all. I was in the cargo hold, cutting something with my knife, and it slipped. No harm done.
I am not quite sure you understand what that means.
So now I am stupid and a drunk?
I think he couldn't explain it any better. Hold on, let's see what he thinks. What Poirot thinks.
Do you have the knife in question on your person now?
Okay.
I don't. He stole it and won't return it.
Who stole it?
Oui, monsieur.
I shall let you return to your duties.
What can I do for you?
Aha. Huh. Aha. Oh.
What can I do for you?
Oui, monsieur.
I shall let you return to your...
Ah.
Okay, let me see something.
What can I do for you?
Ah.
Okay, never mind. Let's see. Same saving icon on the bottom left too.
You could ask me anything.
You have been most helpful, mademoiselle.
Of course. Whatever you need.
Use the bathroom. Okay, let's see about
Insured?
this.
Oh no, why would I have it insured?
Anything of substantial monetary value.
I'll stop you there, detective. The cigarette case itself is hardly worth 2 pennies, but to me, it's priceless. Not for a second. At least not with my permission. You probably think this silly, naive woman has left her valuables out, or I've just misplaced them. But I assure you, that is not me.
It had not crossed my mind for even a moment.
I like how he keeps nodding. That's the second time he did that. So 5 match puzzles, okay. So definitely not for insurance fraud. It's not Farquhar.
Where is the sense in that? Something just does not feel right. I must take a different approach if I am to
Man, I'm on a bad streak. Man, so I gotta remember these things could cross.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
How was it cracked open was the question.
Come now. Think. Come, my little grey cells. I should consider. The answer was staring me in the face. I cannot see the logic in this. The evidence suggests something. Order and method. That is the...
I mean, this is harder. Oh, really?
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius. I must consider the suspects I have in front of me. Monsieur Hastings. He is keen to impress Mademoiselle Farquhar, and claims that he was alone in his cabin working since. Mark Allard, the porter. Evidence suggests a rather amateur attempt to break into the safe, which in his intoxicated state would make sense. But it was just a ruse. The safe was opened quite masterfully, leaving only signs of a poorly attempted break-in. Mademoiselle Babagnan, a new friend to Mademoiselle Farquhar, who appeared at a most convenient time. I cannot see a motive besides the obvious value of the cigarette case, but Mademoiselle Farquhar has made it quite clear the value is of a sentimental nature. Perhaps the best thing for me would be to return to my cabin to think. I fear my legs, and perhaps even my evening meal, will not last much longer amidst these waves. Perhaps...
Ah, Detective. How goes the investigation?
He's way taller than him. I didn't
A
realize
good
that.
detective, better yet, a great detective, will find motive, means, and opportunity.
She found it! Miss Babagnan found it! Oh, thank heavens!
I was on my way to speak with the captain when I saw something shining underneath one of those pipes.
Strange that it was not spotted earlier by any one of us while on the ship's deck.
Maybe the thief was scared and dumped it for fear of being caught red-handed.
Miss Babagnan, Anastasia, you saved the day. I can't thank you enough. And you, of course, Detective.
I find Mademoiselle Babagna's explanation of finding the cigarette case rather coincidental. But without any definitive proof, I cannot suggest anything otherwise. The cigarette case has been returned and the coast is in sight, which is what is important. Although, there still remains a part of me that craves the truth.
I suppose you can chalk that up as a victory.
A victory for Mademoiselle Farquhar, but not in the eyes of the law.
Well, if anyone asks, I'll confirm what a splendid job you did.
Very kind, monsieur. While we are on the matter of truth, Monsieur Arthur Hastings, you are here to oversee the transportation of the Penitent Magdelene painting, are you not?
How on earth?
You are aware of my employment, but not of my true identity. Detective Hercule Poirot.
Wait, are you the official that I was supposed to have met on board?
Oui, monsieur. Please, accept my apologies for keeping my true identity hidden. But I had to be sure your involvement with the theft was purely coincidental. When it comes to the nature of our work, trust must be earned.
A little unorthodox, but I suppose I understand. So you can trust me now?
It continues to grow.
Well, we have a couple of weeks before the gala, so hopefully, by then, you'll trust me with your life.
One can hope.
Holy shit. Famous London fire.
I don't think I'll ever stop being amazed seeing such incredible pieces up close.
One would certainly hope not.
Huh.
missing? What am I missing? Oh my god, what am I missing? Wait, maybe from the preview? Wasn't there something around here? Man, you gotta be kidding me. What is missing here?
Huh.
Oh, there he is. Oh, jeez.
What do you gentlemen think of this particular piece?
Can it really be?
To a layman, perhaps. I'm afraid it's a complete fake.
No. Such eloquent and delicate work.
Very observant. But that doesn't make it authentic. You know, even Michelangelo himself was an art forger in his early career. See if you can spot the telltale sign of a forgery.
Oh.
It's a lot of cracks. So
The
everything
crocolor
but
is
the
inconsistent
face.
across the painting. Surely a sign of a cheap imitation.
Very impressive, Detective. Unconvincing aging is one of the most common giveaways of a forgery, whether it be in the craquelure, the smells of chemicals used to artificially age the painting, pigments that haven't dulled with age. Sometimes it's as simple as the materials used just not existing at the time of painting. The trustees were quite excited by its arrival, but it didn't take me long to identify its faults.
Quite the detective yourself, Mademoiselle Warbeck.
Please, call me Evelyn.
If there's one thing I've learned in the short time I've spent with the detective here, formalities and politeness are essential.
They are a cornerstone of modern civilization and must be upheld.
This city could benefit from more gentlemen like yourself.
Now that the etiquette of our greetings has been decided, shall we finalize preparations?
I was hoping you'd say that. The exhibition area needs to be secured. I wonder if you would be able to lock the remaining doors for me? I'll lock the west wing door when I'm finished there. And if you could tie this ribbon around the handles of the main door for me, I'll leave it outside.
If securing the exhibition room is what Mademoiselle Warbeck requires, that is what shall be done.
Detective Poirot, have you ever seen something so beautiful?
Monsieur Hastings, everything has beauty. It is only how the individual perceives it that defines just how beautiful.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Oui, I am.
So conceited.
Mademoiselle Warbeck requested I prepare a ribbon over the main exhibition room door before the grand reveal. Once I have done that, the restoration room door shall be locked, and our work, for the moment at least, is complete.
What kind of why would you hire a detective and a guy from an insurance company to do all this stuff to make sure the painting is safe? Oh, is that Napoleon? We'll go to the paintings around here first.
Huh. Oh.
Miss Warbeck did ask you to make it look pretty.
Oh yeah.
One
so
shall
that they can
complete the
cut
task
the ribbon.
to the degree it is requested. Symmetry is the key, you see.
Oh yes, I see.
Everything is now ready for the arrival of the guests.
I assume you have the list of guests?
I am afraid not. It would usually be an essential part of my preparation. In fact, it perturbs me that there is something I did not have time to prepare for.
Would you like me to find Miss Warbeck? There may still be some time to check the list. Look, there's Miss Farquhar. With Miss Babinot.
Ooh, Hercule. There's your chance to shoot your shot.
Seems that they became fast friends after the incident on the ship. Intriguing.
Intriguing how?
Speculation, monsieur. Nothing more.
That head of yours is just constantly full of thoughts. Who's this?
I have no idea, but she's sure to turn heads with such a fetching dress.
I quite agree. And who is this dapper-looking gentleman?
Mon Dieu.
Wait a minute.
You gotta be kidding me. Are you serious?
I never! Poirot, you devil! Forgive me. What are my manners? Detective Poirot.
Goodness, Monsieur Demire. Poirot is more than adequate for an old friend.
He saves my family from near ruin, uncovers a murderous plan, and still has the modesty to not correct a buffoon like me.
Allow me to introduce myself.
Heavens, my manners appear to have been replaced by surprise and excitement. Forgive me. Monsieur Demire, this is Monsieur Arthur Hastings.
You've got yourself a partner now. Well, any friend of Poirot's is surely a friend of mine.
Monsieur Hastings has been kind enough to show me the sights of London. A more than adequate guide.
I would take that. It's as often as a blue moon you see Poirot handing out approvals like that.
And what is it you do, Mr. Demire?
A previous field medic, Monsieur Demir now finds himself working for... Pardon. With his brother, doing most honorable charitable work all across London.
Need I say more?
Could everyone gather together for a photograph, please? Would you all move a bit closer together for me, please?
I didn't realize we were going to be in the newspaper.
Is that a problem?
No, not at all. I just want the camera to get my best side.
Okay, if everyone is ready.
So, Poirot, what on earth are you doing here anyway?
My orders were to see to the safe travel of the centerpiece of the exhibition, the Penitent Magdelene. Monsieur Hastings here travels with me, covering any administrations and insurance requirements.
Art protection? That's a bit beneath the great Hercule Poirot, isn't it? Especially protecting it from this lot.
Yeah. That's...
Perhaps you would be so kind as to introduce us.
Where's the fun in that? We have to make sure those... What's it you call them again?
You are referring to my little grays...
Little grey cells, yes! That's it. I've been playing a little game. I've been trying to find a painting to match each of the guests. At least the ones I'm acquainted with. I wondered, Poirot, do you think you can ascertain which paintings match which guests? I can give you a little info, but you'll need to make your own inquiries. Miss Irene Courtsmire. She's one you'll want to keep your eye on in the future art scene.
Is that a tattoo she has? I don't know if you can tell, but through the left sleeve of her dress, it looks like a see-through portion. It looks like a tattoo.
Born and raised on a rather affluent estate, she turned her back on her parents in her teens to start a new life in London as an artist.
She's a very nice young lady.
Yeah, Hastings got a thing for her.
Interested, are we?
I was only making a comment on her nature, nothing untoward, I can assure you.
Or as we are all meant to refer to him as, the Honorable Reverend Horace Mountjoy. He's a man of the church. I'm not sure what else there is to say. If you're wanting to keep the lectures to a minimum, I'd avoid admitting to anything that could even be considered a sin. Mortimer Aylesworth. If you've not heard of him, I'd get familiar with the name. Eton and Cambridge educated, he followed in his father's political footsteps and has already surpassed them. Johann Christiansen and his glamorous wife Betty Allen. 2 years, although she still plays down her boldness for British society, even with her recently taking a new role in the theatre.
She did not take his name in marriage?
Allen is her maiden name. Works as her stage name too. A lot snappier than Christiansen.
And his employment?
He's a partner for a private bank in London. He has told me what he actually does many times before. And many times, I've forgotten.
Like the way he tried to groom himself, the tie in the hair.
You will no doubt already know our host, Evelyn Warbeck.
We have already made her acquaintance. Very pleasant, if not rather flustered by today's exhibition.
It must be nerve-wracking, especially for the preview gala.
That's everyone. Well, there's Mr. Hastings here. I'm sure we shall get to know each other better. And our mystery woman.
Anastasia Babana. We met briefly while traversing the channel.
Look at you, Poirot. Got a love interest of your own, huh?
Monsieur Demir, must I remind you of why I am here?
No. No need at all. I know you're strictly business. Let's see what you can do then. And come back to me when you know enough about the guests to solve my little mystery. So, have you any thoughts on my little mystery?
I can't walk through there? Okay. It's not available now.
Aha.
Everything seems to be running smoothly. You've done a sterling job.
Everything except for the bishop and the other trustees, stooges.
It was never going to be easy going up against them. All men of a certain age, not used to the idea of change. But they didn't get their way this time. And with my exhibit coming up, this place will finally have a showing they can be proud of, and the quality the museum deserves.
Mademoiselle Court Smythe believes her upcoming exhibition will change the perspective of the trustees and the public. I get the feeling she enjoys the accolades and being the center of attention.
Detective Poirot, you're looking much happier being on solid land.
There was a moment when I thought that wretched sea would get the best of me.
Well, I'm certainly glad it didn't.
As am I. Please, do not allow me to disturb you, mesdames. Adieu.
Oh. Huh.
Beautiful, isn't it? Not like the modern tripe Miss Warbeck insists on bringing into the museum. Oh, the Lord will not look fondly upon her choices.
I would hope one's choice of art would not affect one's chances for a better afterlife.
Let's hope not, for her sake.
Probably the same thing for the ladies. Can't zoom in or out this time. Okay. What is that?
I'm well aware of where we are. I just want to make sure I'm looking my best for the photographs.
And people call me the drama queen.
Huh.
I want to say that's the bishop.
Ah.
That might be Evelyn.
Incredible, isn't it? And to think we are all located on that one small planet, revolving around an all-encompassing star. To think of all the suffering. I give what I can to charity, but what this country needs is someone willing to put the poor first.
Oh.
Yeah, the one that Zekro is blocking. Oh, no, he's talking with them.
Aha. Huh.
It is a great pleasure to see you again, mademoiselle.
I've been looking forward to us bumping into one another. Thank you again for your help.
I must admit, I feel almost tormented that I was not able to uncover the identity of the thief.
All that matters is that it was found. If you'll excuse me, I really should get on. This article isn't going to write itself. I moan, but it's my love. My obsession, you could say.
How dare you? That might be something you say where you're from, but not here. Not to me.
The hell is that all about? Was he hitting on her?
What a waste of champagne.
I thought this was supposed to be a civilized event.
Are you all right, mademoiselle? I hope you did not spill any champagne on your gown.
Don't worry about me. It's only that wretched man that has got some cleaning up to do.
His suit and his mouth, by the sounds of it.
Do not allow this to ruin your day.
I have no intention of allowing such a thing. In fact, we have business to discuss.
It would be good to at least schedule a time that suits us both.
Monsieur Christiansen and Madame Hélène have returned.
You are to be the focus of Mademoiselle Farquhar's article.
Miss Court Smythe here is the next big name, and she has been kind enough to offer me an exclusive interview.
Madame Hélène has left via the exit, but Monsieur Christiansen has not gone with her.
Left him. They probably got into an
Do not allow
argument
me to
regarding
interrupt you.
Irene.
Ah, you've had more than enough time, detective. So, how did you get on?
If one is to discover the truth, one must proceed using the correct methods and cannot be rushed.
She wants to be the
Why
center of
might they be
attention.
like this particular piece? That's right!
That's right, yep.
Although I shouldn't be surprised. Anyone else?
He's the... No, where's it at? The Good Samaritan. What? He's not the Good Samaritan. Oh, that's right, he is
Why
Judgment Day.
might they be like this particular piece?
Hold on. Yeah, right there.
That's right! Although I shouldn't be surprised. Anyone else?
Monsieur Aylesworth is the... He mentioned... Where is that? Worker bee? Or the Good Samaritan?
Why might they be like this particular piece? That's right!
Yeah,
Although I
Samaritan.
shouldn't be surprised. Anyone else?
Alright, let's see. I'm not sold on Christensen yet. Warbeck. I think she's Joan of Arc. Evelyn is... She has to be Joan of Arc. Yep.
Why might they be like this particular piece?
She's leading the art gala here. Curator. No. Really? I didn't... Okay, so she's the underdog? Oh.
That's right! Although I shouldn't be surprised.
But then again, Joan of Arc did lead men
Anyone
to
else?
war, so that makes sense. What's your Christensen? The Wild Horse? No. No, he's the... Wait, go back. No. Where the worker bee, is it? Or the narcissist?
Why might they be like this particular piece?
Yeah, it has to be the Bing.
That's right! Although I shouldn't be surprised. Anyone else?
Let's focus on the wife. Betty Allen is... No, that's not it. Where's that? I just saw it. The Wild Horse? Oh, she's restraining her feelings.
Why might they be like this particular piece? That's right! Although I shouldn't be surprised. Anyone else?
Which leaves Mademoiselle Farquhar as the working bee.
Why might they be like this particular piece?
Hard worker.
That's right! Although I shouldn't be surprised. That's everyone. Well done. I should have known it'd be no challenge for you.
I have faced many a more demanding challenge, but few quite so enjoyable.
Another scream.
Hi, is he okay? I think something's wrong with him.
I think
he's having a heart attack. He seems stable. Now's the time to get him to the infirmary.
Oh, there's no need for that. I'm feeling much better already.
Wouldn't it be best to telephone for a real doctor?
Monsieur Demire was a field medic. What more of a professional is required?
A field medic? Really?
A field medic that has seen people in a lot worse states, who didn't have the luxury of a proper hospital.
Oh, I didn't mean to offend. I'm sorry. If I am being carted off, the unveiling must go on. I will not have this silly old man ruining the gala for everyone.
You drive a hard bargain, Monsieur Aylesworth.
I'd just like to say a few words.
I'm sure you would.
Thank you all for coming. Here at the Royal Edward Gallery, we are proud to present such wonderful works by some truly fantastic artists. And with much negotiation and pleading, we have been able to secure a most fabulous and individual piece. Standing here with you, unveiling today's centerpiece, the Penitent Magdelene, really is a special moment for both this museum and me personally. So, without further ado,
Oh my.
Am I missing something here?
Things just got interesting.
It was.
Don't tell. Oh,
It should
son of
be.
a bitch.
Is this some kind of joke? Evelyn, what's going on here? Oh, trust you to have no idea. You've really done it this time, girl.
Way to be
She's done
judgmental.
nothing. It's not her fault.
By the grace of God, it's somebody's fault.
I am quite sure Mademoiselle Warbeck is as surprised as us all.
That strut walk.
S'il vous plaît,
I like
everyone,
when he does that.
remain where you are. Please do not touch a thing. Monsieur Hastings,
I like the way he
you saw
moves.
me lock the door to the restoration room, oui?
Of course, I was by your side. I'm going to be in a lot of trouble for this.
You are not responsible for the painting's disappearance.
But who is?
Do not allow any of the guests to leave the main hall.
And what are you going to do?
What is required? One's job.
So, I don't really know what to say.
Monsieur Hastings, this theft may be a new and foreign concept to you. But to Detective Poirot, it is just another case waiting to be solved.
What do we do then?
We must get to work. If we can ascertain the thief's point of entry and exit, this may all be resolved momentarily.
It's interesting. Why is this still here? Well, that's right. We haven't found out who stole her case. And you know what? This is going to be a great stopping point here. And now we know what the story is starting to be about. There are some things I've noticed really off in this exhibition room, but we'll hold off to it. So until then, we will see Detective Hercule Poirot and Arthur Hastings investigate the missing portrait, the missing painting of Penitent Magdelene. So I think this will be the main focus, the main story of this entire full playthrough. We're gonna see what has happened. We got a list of suspects in hand. There are some suspicions based on the recent events that took place in the previous chapter, which with Betty Allen leaving, and also we were with Zachariah and Mr. Ellsworth the moment he suffered a heart attack. So the next episode will cover all of Chapter 2. So I'm going to do the same format I did in the last full playthrough of the first cases. So we did the prologue in the first chapter in episode 1, and then the next episodes, each episode will cover one chapter at a time, with the exception of episode 8, which will cover episode 8 and 9, or chapters 8 and 9. So we already know this is going to be an 8-episode full playthrough, and Can't wait to see how this turns out, but we gotta start it off slow, and we gotta be very, very careful with our investigation here. So I will see you guys in episode 2, which will cover chapter 2 of this exciting story of the London case. Take care, guys, and I'll see you later.